Welcome back to Wisdom Empire Hub, the place where timeless wisdom meets real life. Today we're rediving into a thought-provoking biblical proverb. A devotion without life is an empty journey.
Dance.
These words might seem poetic, but they hold a profound message about love, faith, and commitment. Join me as we unravel the layers of this proverb, discovering how it challenges our understanding of devotion and encourages us to live out our beliefs. The proverb, "A devotion without life is an empty journey," invites us to examine the nature of true devotion. What does it truly mean to be committed, faithful, or dedicated? How do we ensure that our vows and promises aren't just empty words, but reflect our genuine commitment? When we break down this proverb, we realize that it touches upon universal human experiences. We've all encountered situations where someone professes love, commitment, or belief, yet their actions don't align with their words. Such insincere devotion can leave us disillusioned and questioning the authenticity of those around us. Let's delve deeper. What is the significance of the word life in this context? Life in this proverb doesn't just refer to physical existence. It encompasses the essence of vitality, growth, and action. To have life, according to this proverb, means to be full of vigor, to be engaged, and to be active in one's beliefs or commitments. Consider a couple who have been together for many years. A woman says to her husband every morning, "You are my everything. I am devoted to you." But her actions say otherwise. She spends little time with him, invests in her career to the exclusion of their family, and rarely engages in meaningful conversations. Her devotion, though spoken, is devoid of life. It lacks the vitality of shared experiences, emotional connection, and acts of service that would make it genuine. On the other hand, imagine a different scenario. A man who doesn't say "I love you" as often as his wife would like him to, but shows his devotion through acts of service. He helps with household chores, surprises her with small gifts, checks in on her when he's away, and stands by her side through the tough times. His devotion might not be expressed in words, but it's alive in his actions. This brings us to an important point. The proverb highlights the insufficiency of words without action. Saying "I love you" or "I am devoted to you" doesn't automatically translate into a meaningful relationship. True devotion must be nurtured through consistent actions, through being present, listening, caring, and supporting one another. The same principle applies to our relationship with God. Professing faith without living a life guided by love, compassion, and service is an empty journey. True devotion to God involves actively seeking to understand and follow His teachings, praying, engaging in religious practices, and striving to live a life that aligns with one's beliefs. The idea of an empty journey in this proverb signifies a life without purpose or fulfillment. When our actions don't align with our words, we lose the direction and meaning that comes from living a life of integrity. We become like ships without anchors, drifting aimlessly without a sense of direction. So how do we ensure that our devotion is not an empty journey? It starts with intention. Recognizing the need to align our actions with our words is the first step. It means setting aside time for self-reflection, honestly evaluating our behavior, and making conscious choices to live a life that reflects our values. The journey of making this distinction is not always easy. Sometimes our intentions are good, but our actions falter. We might have moments of weakness, inconsistency, or even outright failure. However, the key is to keep moving forward, to acknowledge these moments, learn from them, and recommit ourselves to living a life of integrity. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, the best way to find out whether you are walking the right path is to look at where your feet are. So let this proverb be a reminder. Our devotion to God, to our partners, to our friends, and to ourselves should be reflected in our actions. Let's strive to live lives where our words and deeds are in harmony, creating a life that is not just full of words, but full of life. Thank you for joining me here on Wisdom Empire Hub. If this reflection resonated with you, take a moment to share your thoughts. And if you're eager to continue this journey of wisdom, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, may your journey be filled with wisdom and light.